Hey everyone, this is Christina and Daniel here from One Connected Love, and we have an emergency twin flame reading for you. So, can't wait to see what the message is, but we felt that we absolutely had to get this out, and so here it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I've already pre-shuffled the deck, but I'm going to give them a quick cut.
Mm-hmm. And introduce that.
Oh yes, and the deck we're using is the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. So, the first card is Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Yeah, what does it mean to me? So boundaries are very important on your twin flame journey. You absolutely can't force somebody to, to change their situation. Boundaries are about self-respect, and boundaries are about, boundaries are always loving. So we invite you to take a moment and feel into where you need to be placing boundaries in your life. Are you allowing yourself to be taken advantage of? Or are you allowing someone to get away with a pattern that isn't really serving them and serving you in that way? And so, yeah, how do you feel about that card?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like there's a common thing, like you said, allowing yourself to be taken advantage of. And this is what's coming to me right now, situations where, yeah, you're not respecting your own boundaries or really speaking up for yourself. Like an example of that could be allowing yourself to be convinced to do something you don't want to do. So you go along with it, even though in your heart it doesn't feel good. That's not really setting a proper boundary, not respecting yourself. And that's just an example, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely feel like it's important to respect yourself and your boundaries, and standing up for yourself, or just even speaking how you truly feel in your heart, doesn't mean that you're being rude, or it doesn't mean that you're rejecting people or anything like that. It just means that you're placing a clear boundary, and really supporting yourself, and honoring yourself, because that's how you truly feel in your heart. And so that feels good.
Yeah, and so remember that when you place a boundary, it always should be a boundary of love and not a boundary of fear. Because when you're placing a boundary of fear, you're actually leaking your energy, because you're actually giving more energy to the upset or to the situation, right? Because actually, if you notice, when you place a boundary out of fear, now all you can think about is the boundary, right? And that's not the purpose at all. Boundaries are always loving, and they're always compassionate. Okay, so the next card is Trust the Niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Yeah, and so this card is about trusting your intuition. Yeah, and so trusting your intuition is important, and I'm just getting the sense that this card is about something to do with your twin flame, that you've been trying to convince yourself that things are one way, but deep down in your heart the truth. And you always need to trust the good feeling. Trust the love in your heart, and the intuition that you're getting. That's that's the universe, that's God, that's spirit talking to you. It's important when you're trusting your intuition to always check in if that's a voice of fear or if that's really a voice of love. Anything coming from, God, the universe, spirit, source, is going to feel loving, as opposed to something fearful, which is that's going to feel like, negative intuition, so to speak. That's fear and that's ego, and you don't need to listen to that. So what is that? What is that thing that you know deep down?
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. And I feel like that's where you're being guided.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to bring a little more clarity to that, when Christina says, like, follow that good feeling, we're not really talking about, like psychological highs or, like, temporary highs or, like,
Right.
doing something to feel good in,
The peaceful feeling.
Right, it's the peaceful feeling inside your heart, and it's a very subtle feeling, and it's that quiet voice inside of you, and it's very peaceful and loving inside your heart, and that's what you want to follow to guide you. So yeah, I just wanted to be a little clear on that, but it is important to let your heart lead and let that good feeling inside your heart lead, and it never steers you wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the next card is Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this card is about nurturing yourself, giving yourself love. Mm-hmm. And self-love is critical on your twin flame journey. And so, you know that your twin flame is your mirror, is your perfect mirror. So if you're not loving yourself, your twin flame isn't going to be doing that either. And so, so far, this reading has really been about setting a boundary with behaviors, people, relationships, patterns, anything that's not really serving you, trusting your intuition, and then going within and loving yourself.
Right.
Right.
And setting up, boundaries is a way to love yourself. Mm-hmm. Many people don't, set proper boundaries, and they just kind of allow themselves to be, like Christina said, taken advantage of, or things like that. And and it's not something we're really taught. Many people out there, they don't know what healthy boundaries are. They don't know how to speak up for themselves. But boundaries are actually a really good thing for you. Yeah, they keep you on track. And yeah, so I think that, setting boundaries, going in and following your intuition, and self-love. Pretty much all three crucial things to a twin flame relationship. Mm-hmm. Or, twin flame journey.
Yeah. So the next card is Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. Yeah. And so what this really means is that your twin flame union is divinely guided. Mm-hmm. You always can trust that you and your twin flame are meant to be together. And there's not really anything that you need to worry about in terms of messing it up or, setting yourself back. You can always get back on track when you choose love. And so, you're really being guided, and you're really, it's important to trust your inner guidance. Right. And remember that the inner guidance is a loving, peaceful voice, and it's not a loud, fearful voice, right? So ego will speak first, and ego speaks loudly, but then the voice of God is quiet. Mm-hmm. And so trust the good feeling, the peaceful feeling that you're feeling. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. The twin flame journey, you're not alone in your twin flame journey, right? You're experiencing everything with God or source or spirit or the universe or, whatever term you connect with. But it's an inward journey, and it's a spiritual journey, and it's a journey with God. And you're always being guided in every moment, in everything that's being brought to your attention, and then along with the feelings in your heart. And it's safe to trust and follow those feelings. They will lead you to your twin flame. Following and healing inside will lead you to harmonious union with your twin flame. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. All right, and the last card of our reading is Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Yeah, and so what is your deepest calling? Well, the truth is, everybody's deepest calling is to love, right? And how that takes shape in your life and in different circumstances in your life might change.
Right.
But the truth is, your deepest calling is to love. And so, have you responded to how you are being called to love in this situation?
Yeah. Yeah, I like how you put it that that it's all about like love, and we were born of love. We were created, from love. We are one with love, and that really is the purpose of everything. Everything that we do, and yeah. So I feel like what I got from the card also to add on top of that, it feels like a very powerful card to me. Like it feels like, along with the boundaries and the intuition and the self-love, that a person should be, stand in their power and really claim their power. And that power, standing in that power and claiming that power, is what allows, boundaries to be honored. You won't fold, or you won't be convinced that you are weak or whatever. So that's what I got from that. It feels like a very powerful card, and to really claim your power and choose love, like choose to love yourself and choose the path of love, and really take care of yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
And so the card at the bottom of the deck is Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. And I feel like this is the card at the bottom of the deck I take as the theme of the reading. Yeah, so you're really being invited to step into a new chapter. And I think this is why we were really called to put out this emergency reading, because I think there's been a big shift. We're in a new cycle now. And so it's time for you to enjoy life, dance with life, love yourself, nurture yourself. And so you're putting up a boundary, a loving boundary, against these old patterns. You don't need them anymore. It doesn't serve you anymore. Anything that is having you feeling down, feeling sad, like not really loving and compassionate for you, it's time to put a boundary against that. A loving boundary, and take your energy within and allow yourself to really do what you're actually being called to do. And you'll find that as you do that, your life will really take an entirely different energy, and you'll magnetize your twin flame to you, because your twin flame is attracted to you when you're happy. Your twin flame, your twin flame union is meant to be one of peace and not one of drama.
Yeah.
And so this new cycle is your opportunity to really dance with life, to really enjoy yourself and allow yourself to be swept away by the flow of, the peaceful flow of life.
Right, and to build on top of that, life itself, right, is it's an experience, and life is a relationship. Right, having a relationship with life is actually having a relationship with the divine, with God, universe, whatever. So it's safe to let go of those old patterns and really engage life and really love life. And in doing so, many doors will open for you. You'll experience many new things. You'll grow in many new ways. And it's safe to do that, and it feels good to do that.
Yeah, so if you resonated with any part of this reading, feel free to comment below. And if you would like a personal reading, or if you'd like to work with us as Twin Flame coaches, you can visit our website, oneconnectedlove.com. So we're Twin Flames in Harmonious Union, and we are certified ascension coaches affiliated with Twin Flames Universe. And we would absolutely love to work with you and guide you all the way to Harmonious Union. And so, if you resonated with this reading and you want to get to know us more, head on over to our website. And yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thank you.